So apparently this is becoming a controversy because the National Hockey League announces a ban on rainbow pride tape on sticks just day after the league is accused of allowing players to avoid LGBTQ people. Accused, but not proven. What I find interesting though is that right now in the West, as you guys know, there is the LGBTQ ideology, which is fundamentally different from the actual LGBTQ people. Because when you actually engage and converse and talk with people from the LGBTQ community, you'll notice that they are very diverse. Not racially diverse. I know that now it's considered that racial diversity is the only thing we talk about. No, ideologically diverse. I have seen gay people who are libertarian. I have seen gay people who are communists, although I don't know why. Gay people who support Hamas, usually in American universities, very bizarre. I do not know what Hamas's stance is on pronouns, though. Huh? Like, what do you guys think? Because it's weird. Like, I know they have like those red bandanas on their forehead, but I don't really understand what is being written. Is that their pronouns? But my point is that when you talk about the LGBTQ community, there are different people with different takes, different ideologies, but the activists are trying to make it seem that they're a hive mind, that everyone must think the same. And everyone is left-leaning, everyone is voting Democrat, everyone is supporting their activists. And while it may be true that a lot of people from the LGBTQ community do swing to more left-leaning politics, it's not true for every single one of them. And it's definitely not true that everyone supports the activists. I mean, even left-leaning people from the LGBTQ community not always see eye to eye with their activists. And I know this because I do have some LGBTQ supporters who are donating to my Subscribestar, and they talk to me about these things, especially trans people. They, most of the time, don't agree with the activists. At least the ones that are donating to me. I'm pretty sure there's other trans people that do agree. But the main issue is that if you disagree with the activist on any single stance, you're viewed as an outcast and a pariah. So it's not a democratic system where the community gets to elect and vote for their activists. No, their activists are usually self-appointed, people that have money and influence and decide, all right, well, I will now do activism on behalf of my community. And they get to come up and say stuff that most people disagree with. Perfect example of this, and one that everyone knows, is the activists for the Latin community who go Latin. Latin in public. And even though most of the people from the Latin community are telling them that it's a slur, they keep on pressuring on. And like the activists are completely disconnected from their community. And the reason for this is that no one has the courage to question them. Because if you question them on any issue, you are being viewed as a problem. So for instance, in the case of these LGBTQ stickers or umbrellas or whatever, right? The activist is trying to say that this is perfectly normal. Like, this is the default state of man. It is not political, they're trying to say, right? It cannot possibly be divisive. And as proof that it's not divisive, anyone that disagrees or is being divisive about it has to be fired, ostracized, so on and so forth, right? But why is it divisive, though? Well, it's divisive because it is political. I mean, everything is political, I've been told, but this one is political in the narrow sense of the word. Well, how so? Well, this doesn't show that you have support for gay people. No, this has to show that you agree with an ideology. Like, first of all, you can't be Republican, right? Like, if you wave this around and you say that you're Republican, then you're not authentic. But that's not the issue. It means that you must support censorship. It comes in a package. It's kind of like saying, are you a Christian? And if you say yes, it doesn't just mean that you tolerate other Christians and you believe in Jesus Christ. No. Well, it means you have to go to church. It means you have to fast. It means you have to pray. Like, it's a whole set. It's a package, right? So when you agree with this symbol, at least in modern time, it doesn't necessarily just mean that you're not discriminating against gay people and that you're an ally. No, it means that, well, you support censorship, for instance. So you support the use of artificial intelligence online, on Xbox, where kids play video games so that they don't say mean slurs. You support that people in drag can go to schools and read stories to children. Like, it comes in a package. This is why Silver Veil, a VTuber, was shocked when, she said that trans women are women. She said this without even thinking about it, not realizing that it actually involves an entire political statement, a set of beliefs and ideas. So when she wanted to play that wizard game, well, her community that assumed that because she said that those things, she must be like them. When they said that she is deviating from what the activists are saying, she got harassment from her own community, not just from the outside. So my point is that, yes, this can be divisive. Like you can support LGBT people, and that still, you may not want to have a stick covered in a rainbow flag. Because maybe you don't support online censorship. Maybe you do not support whatever the activists are claiming. And because of that, you want to be different. And not only that, there are certain people who may not support the LGBT community as fully as everyone else. Religious people, for instance, Muslims. Not like a Muslim who doesn't really try to infringe on the rights of others, but at the same time, he doesn't want to be viewed displaying a symbol that his faith, his imam, doesn't necessarily agree with. Well, he's going to have difficulty, right? It's easy to put a Muslim and a Canadian under the same flag and have them play hockey. It's a lot more difficult when it comes about personal ideologies, right? Like, imagine if instead of the rainbow flag, you'd have the cross. And the Muslim would also be, it's like, no, I'm a Muslim, I will not play hockey under the cross. Or if you have the moon, right? And a Christian could go like, well, I'm a Christian, I don't want to play under this Islamic symbol because I'm not a Muslim. It's not about tolerance anymore. It's simply about like forcing a player to express a view that he may or may not agree with for different other reasons. So this is why the NFL is banning them. It's because it creates disharmony. The Canadian flag creates harmony. It's like, okay, well, there's no reason why different people from Canada can't say that, okay, well, we're different nationalities, we're different ethnicities, you're French, I'm English, but we have the Canadian flag. And even that is too much for some people, by the way. Like, even that is too much. But it's still a bigger unifier. Like, there's a lot more things in common than things that are of personal nature. So this is why the flag is being removed. It's not due to homophobia or anything like that. It's of individual choice. Because if you force it, at the end of the day, what you are doing is you're forcing people to lie. You're forcing something that's not true. Like, you may have a person that's a raging bigot who doesn't actually support what the flag represents, but he is wearing it because he is told to wear it. And is this really the type of society we want to live in, where people are compelled to show that they support certain causes when they may even be against them? And they're just showing that support because that's what they're asked to do, not what they choose to do? Not really a free society, that is it. If a player wants to show support in his own free time, then by all means, go ahead. At interviews outside of the sports. But when you're at the workplace, you have to conduct yourself in a manner that is decided by the workplace. Like, for example, when I was at the hospital as a doctor, I was told that I have to wear a lab coat. Now, if I wanted to express myself and have vibrant colors, well, tough shit. I could do that on my own time. I couldn't do that at the hospital. At the hospital, there was a uniform, had to wear the lab coat. That was it. End of discussion. Same thing with activism. Like, if you're a doctor and you have a patient that's bedridden, you don't go to him and if he doesn't want you to, you start talking about Jesus or whatever. I mean, you're taking advantage of the fact that he can't walk away, right? Or he can't just say, la la la, I'm not listening to you. Whatever. But that's my point. So this is why they're deciding to do this. And again, it's literally the same like forcing them to wear a cross, I would view it. Right? Or any other type of ideology. It's not something that is for everyone, because you do have individualism. Some people may agree with it, some people may disagree with it, other people may agree with some of it, not all of it. And due to that, you have to think about maintaining the team unity, because they have to play together, they have to like each other. You don't want locker room discussions and conversations, or even for people who, again, like, there have been cases where the player was Muslim, he wasn't supporting it. Why force him to, right? Like, it's not like he was going out of his way attacking LGBT folk. No. But at the same time, he was just like, no, I do not want to be viewed that I support this as much as you think I am. Okay. Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.